During the COVID-19 pandemic, charities are really stepping up to the plate. We are truly proud of our network of trusted, accredited charities that are working innovatively to fulfill their missions. Today, I am thrilled to be Skyping with Miki Farris, Executive Director of Infant Crisis Services, who will be talking about how her organization is adapting to this challenge. How is Infant Crisis Services fulfilling its mission during this trying time?
All right, since 1984, we have been an organization that provides basic needs for babies and toddlers, and we've done it pretty much the same way since the very beginning. We provide those essential items of food, formula, and diapers to babies and toddlers in times of crisis. Well, since COVID-19 has been around, the type of crisis has changed, and we're seeing a broader base of people needing our services. We're still providing those essential services, but we do it in a different way. The client calls, we take their order over the phone. We, in a drive-through fashion, provide their groceries, diapers, formula out on a table. We come back into the building and they come out of their cars and take the items. Our core values of kindness, respect, compassion, and love are hard to convey when you're doing it in this way. So we're looking forward to the days and we can tell these families face to face that we hope the best for their families.
Do you see the needs of infants, toddlers, and their parents changing in the coming months?
The type of person that's coming for our services is changing a bit. For the first week of the COVID pandemic, we were seeing people who had the means to get the items, but people were hoarding the items, and so they were buying it all off the shelf. And so people who would probably never have a need to come to us were driving up and saying, I can't get it at the grocery store, I can't get it at Target, I can't get it at Walmart, I can't get it anywhere. So that was kind of the first wave, which that was about 130 to 150 babies a day that we were seeing. The second wave was people who were recently let go. So people who had jobs that their places closed down, they probably normally would not have needed our services, but this is their time of crisis. So crisis is coming in many different forms. And then, of course, the third group is people who are generally on the other long-term government programs, but they just need a little emergency help. And that's what we are, is emergency help.
In a recent charity survey, we found that most charities are concerned about maintaining revenue in 2020. Anticipating that some donors will be less able to give, many in-person fundraising events will be canceled, and donors may redirect support to vulnerable individuals or businesses. What are the particular challenges you foresee in raising funds in 2020?
I see a big old mountain to climb. I'm one of the founders, so I've climbed this mountain in other times of crisis. Maybe not anything like this, but there are times when we've had, rough fundraising years. Event cancellations are definitely number one for us. We've had to already cancel a run that our team board was putting on, but we did a virtual run. We have another fundraiser coming up at the end of April. It can't happen because we're not going to be open to do that and to congregate and to have a meal with people. So corporate sponsors often came from the oil and gas industry because they were doing the best for a long time in town. And I think that those corporate sponsorships are really going to be down as well. So we're trying to be creative. We're trying to look 6 months out there and come up with ways that we can make up the money that we might not get in other ways that we had planned.
In a recent donor survey, we found that 50% of donors intend to maintain their level of support, and another 30% intend to give more. For people who can and want to help, what is the best way to support your efforts?
Well, that's encouraging. And I will say, Art, that we have seen people giving without being really asked. And that is so heartwarming. I mean, pretty much every day we'll get a surprise check that we're not putting really concrete asks out there. Our state and our community has had somewhat humongous tragedies. Our bombing in 1995 of the Mura building, and tornadoes are fairly common here. People have an Oklahoma standard, and not just an Oklahoma standard, but I think it's a nationwide standard of giving. They see a need and they want to help. All you have to do is tell them how. We love the financial donations, of course, because we can make their dollar go longer and farther because we buy in bulk when we buy. People can also go to our Amazon wish list and get items, and that's just as good as us having to go out and buy the diapers or the wipes.
Is there something you wish the donating public would better understand about the impact of COVID-19 on the charitable sector?
I just hope that everybody understands this isn't a short-term thing. It's not a short-term thing for the nonprofit community. We're going to feel this for a while, and so are the people. The way we're providing what we're providing, we're doing the best we can, but I don't want to do that forever. I don't want to have somebody drive up and wave through the window at them. I want to be able to tell them, you're doing a good job, Mom. You're doing the best you can. Your baby's getting what they need. You provided this week enough for your baby to have enough for the whole week. And it takes a lot for families to have, the courage to come in and ask for help. And I look forward to the day that we can get back to them and say, you're doing a good job.
COVID-19 reminds us of our collective vulnerability and interdependence. BBBsGive.org encourages you to stay close to the charities that you care about. And to find organizations that you can trust, go to give.org.